What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. You know, people get their lives taken all the time out here in the world, whether it's accidental or on purpose. But when somebody is on trial and they get caught lying, and they look stupid, a lot of times their last resort is to fall out and cry and act the fool and throw their self upon the mercy of the court. Such is the case in this story here, man. And a lot of you guys have been following this story. I've been looking at it on and off. But last month, May 16th to be exact, this young man you see up here crying in court, his name is Jaylin Brazier of Detroit, Michigan, Brazier. This guy claimed to be supposedly smoking weed with his cousin or step cousin at the time. And you guys know this picture of this young lady here, 17-year-old Zion Foster, who's no longer here. Supposedly, her heart stopped while she stopped breathing while they were smoking weed. So this guy, instead of going to get help and render aid, supposedly dumped her body in a dumpster in another location where she was never found. Her body is still not yet been recovered. This was January 2022 when she disappeared. Yesterday, this man was sentenced to murder 2. He was found guilty of murder 2, second-degree murder, and evidence tampering, which I'll explain to you what he did a little bit later on. But they charged him with second-degree murder, 38 to 90 years, plus an additional 5 to 10 years for evidence tampering, meaning he could face up to 100 years in jail. Take a look at this story, and we're going to come back and do what we do.
Jaylin Brazier blowing a kiss to loved ones as he's led into court to learn his fate, his sentence for killing his step-cousin, Zion Foster.
I have 5 kids now, instead of 6.
Zion's mother, Sierra Melton, addressing the court, emotional as she described the devastating impact on her family.
Zion, the life of the party. She was my firstborn, my best friend, and he stole from me my baby. We don't get to laugh and joke with her. We don't get to sing with her. We don't get to play with her.
Melton expressing the tremendous pain of losing Zion, who was just 17 when she disappeared in January of 2022 because of Jaylin Brazier.
She didn't get to see graduation. She didn't get to see prom. She didn't get to get her first license, marriage, family, or a career. His mother will still be able to talk to her child. His mother will be able to visit her child.
Jaylin Brazier has maintained he was smoking weed with Zion when she died, that he panicked and threw her body in a dumpster, but her body was never found despite an exhaustive search of a local landfill. Prosecutors maintain Brazier killed Zion after she rejected his sexual advances and then lied and tried to cover up the crime, a claim he continues to deny.
Zion was not in any way violent. That wasn't her at all.
Brazier telling the court he's sorry, he's remorseful. The judge wasn't buying it.
This case illustrates that the defendant has no concern for anyone other than himself, including his closest family members.
Judge Donald Knapp sentencing Brazier to up to 100 years in prison for second-degree murder and tampering with evidence, a sentence Zion's mother had hoped for.
We just want to have justice. It won't bring her back, but at least it'll be known that you cannot do the things that he's done and get away with it.
Okay, guys, last month when he was found guilty of these crimes, they had printed an article out that I wanted to read little snippets of it to you. And it reads as follows. It says the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office introduced dozens of witnesses during Brazier's May trial. Well, so this article was for now, hoping to prove Brazier was responsible for Foster's death, not just her disappearance. The defense didn't call any witnesses to the stand, but argued there was no evidence that Brazier was directly responsible for Foster's death. Brazier told police that Foster's breath became shallow after they smoked marijuana. Then she unexpectedly died. He also confessed to panicking and driving Foster to a dumpster in Highland Park where he left her body. Foster's family reported her missing on January 10th, 2022. She was last seen on January 4th, 2022, when she was picked up from her East Point home by Brazier. Police eventually connected Foster's cell phone with Brazier amidst their investigation, leading them to Brazier. Within 3 weeks of Foster's disappearance, police had arrested Brazier and charged him with lying to police. Check this out. Brazier initially told police that he hadn't seen his missing cousin at all, allowing authorities and family members to search for Foster for weeks. Foster's mother said Brazier even helped search for Foster at that time. Brazier later told police that he was smoking marijuana with Foster when she suddenly stopped breathing and died. Then he admitted that he panicked and threw her body in the dumpster, but insisted that he wasn't responsible for her death. Prosecutors questioned in March of 2022 whether Foster was really dead when allegedly thrown into the dumpster. Authorities searched for Foster's body in a Lenox Township landfall for weeks in 2022, but were unsuccessful and called off the search in October of that very same year. Brazier was charged with lying to authorities during the investigation. He accepted a plea deal and was sentenced in 2022 with 23 months and 4 years in prison. He was released from prison in 2023 after serving 10 months. Despite Foster's body never being found, the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office charged Brazier in June of 2023 in connection with Foster's death. Prosecutor Kim Worthy maintained that there was enough evidence to bring the case against Brazier despite not having Foster's body. Brazier's attorney, Brian Brown, insists his client is innocent. Brazier also has already admitted to police that he did not think to call 911 when he noticed something was wrong with his cousin the night they were smoking marijuana together. He told police that he was scared and panicked and not in the right state of mind because of the marijuana. Then he drove her body to the dumpster in Highland Park. I know exactly how she passed or what caused her to pass, Brazier previously said. I just know 1 minute she was cool, she was fine, she laid back for a minute, and the next thing I know, she was dead. I don't know what caused it. I did not cause it or anything like that. I reacted stupidly out of fear and panic. I never felt like that before in my life. When ordering Brazier to the stand, Judge Kenneth King in the 36th District Court called Brazier a sick person and asked why the man didn't call for help for someone he was supposed to have loved. All right. That's the story of this guy right here, Mr. Jaylin Brazier, depending on how you say it. Either way, man, he's toast. It's a damn shame. Young dude gone over something stupid. Did you hear that one part though? That's the part that blew my mind. It said this might have happened because she didn't accept his sexual advances. Whether she is step cousin or not, bro, that's something you don't even think about or do. That showed a warped sense of reality a lot of these younger folk have out here and older folk. Part of the stuff he did remind me of past people I've done news articles about when people were missing. He went out there and helped search. Like your boy, Stephen Stearns. With the ongoing situation with Madeline Soto, he did the same darn thing. Think about that. We'll find her. You the one that got her lost, got her body lost. Lying to the police. I ain't see her at all that day. We family members, people. We know she was with you. Where your cell phone at? Yeah, it shows she was with you. Yeah, I'm coming around the corner right now. Be ready. All right. Explain that. I can't. Pressure, bust pipes. Walls start closing in. You're a killer. Turn crybaby. All in court. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. I'm being honest with you. Embarrassing. I don't want to bring up his father because I don't know their situation. I don't. But if I was in the court, which I wouldn't be in the court, and my kid was doing some crazy shit like that, I'd have immediately lost it. Cut it the fuck out right now. Right now, you was old enough to do this shit, smoke weed and all this other stuff, try to get some ass. You stand there and you man up. He up there crying crocodile tears. In no way, shape, or form does it fill the volume of sorrow or the tears dropped by people that actually love that woman in volume to the ones that you're shedding because your dumb ass got caught. You're the mindset of some people, whether they're young or old. We see older people doing this shit too. It's crazy. And it's always the same thing, guys. You ever notice that? Same excuses. I panicked, no matter what it is. All you gotta do is render aid. You had a cell phone, call for help. That's more acceptable than what you do after the point of you panicking. I panicked, I got scared. So you picked up a body, dead weight. You touched a dead person. Regardless if you know him or not, you put enough time into picking the body up, putting the dead person in the car that you know, and wanted to dig out at one time, driving around, finding a dumpster, pulling the dead body out, dead weight again, dragging it, looking around, tossing it in the trash like she was nothing, and driving home and sleeping that night. Hey, where your cousin? I don't know. She wasn't with me. Let's search for her. What kind of shit is that? How sick some people can be, man. All that energy you did to get rid of the body, you could have spent 1/100th of a 10th, which doesn't exist, but picking up your cell phone and dialing 911 and calling your family and say, listen, this is what happened. If that's what happened, which we think was a lie. You killed that girl because she wouldn't give you no ass. She was down the fuck. And it's messed up. Sitting up in there court, your lip quivering and shit like that. You think anybody in here feel anything for you? If anything is sadness because you threw your young life away, man. Your young life, you just throw it away. That girl was your cousin and she told you no, but you shouldn't even try to pitch woo with her anyway. There's other women out here. And that's one you shouldn't even been looking at in the first fucking place. But then again, everybody's ass backwards nowadays. There's something missing in the minds. Just the mental DNA of just how human beings actually act nowadays. It's like parts of that chain just missing where people just drive in their thinking patterns and just hit one of these missing strains and just go into the abyss. Do something totally off kilter like this. When somebody's hurt, you know to help them. Now, all of a sudden, shit happens. You don't know nothing. You panicking as if you scared to go to jail, but you go do something that really puts you in jail. Unacceptable. May Zion Foster rest in peace. Did you hear the mom? She'll never get true justice. His family still get to see him, get to touch him if they choose to go to jail. Where the greatest gift, this woman's firstborn child, snatched from her. Can't fix that. You can't. And Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. You threw somebody away like trash that you laughed, had fun with. You know, good times, maybe even bad. And wanted to have sex with. You just threw them away like a dirty rug. That's what hurts the most. You never know who's smiling in your face and call you friends and family, because nowadays, man, everything is fucked up out here. I mean, who does that? You've seen all these people around you melting in sorrow, and you still, in your mind, couldn't do the right thing and say, you know what? I fucked up. Let me go in court and stand on this, because she should still be here. And I'm a piece of shit. Don't nobody think like that. See you in the next video. Take care.